Chris, was it surprising that in these conditions the skipper decided to bat first, probably? Like, was it something that surprised you or the unit, the bowling unit as a whole?
End of the day, I don't really look at the pitch, to be very honest. Whatever Faf makes in terms of the call and what we do first, that's it, that's the decision that the powers that be do. I just look at a pitch and it doesn't matter what it looks like, I've still got to bowl the same areas. So, um, so the pitch played tough for all 100 overs almost, so that doesn't really make a difference for what we did first. Um, just was a good cricket wicket.
Chris, obviously not enough runs on the board, but what was the talk at halfway in terms of how you approach that small total as a bowling unit, and just the sense of belief that you maybe had in the team that you could pull off a win?
Oh, absolutely. Especially the low totals, anything can happen. And those first 5 overs, things did happen. And unfortunately, that didn't land for us. So the flip of the coin landed on the Indian side, unfortunately, with the few opportunities that came our ways. When a ball lands in no man's land like that in the first 5 overs 3 times, it's quite difficult. So the opportunities were there, and like I said, unfortunately, it didn't go for us today. We created our chances. I thought we bowled really well with the new ball, and the guys came in and did their job. So end of the day, for an Indian team that's that good to take 48 overs to get 220, it shows you how well we actually bowled.
Chris, it's probably a bit unfair to be asking you this kind of question, but can you just talk to us a bit generally about the mindset? I mean, going 3 down now, obviously things are going to get pretty tough. Just what is the general feeling, and where do you think things are going wrong?
Well, if I had the answer, I'd be the head coach of the national side. Look, it's pretty simple. You lose 3 in a row at the World Cup when you're playing only 9 games or 8 games. You know what you need to do. You need to win every game from now on in. So the guys know what needs to be done. The guys aren't. They're obviously very disappointed and a little bit angry, which they're allowed to be. We'll sort that out in our heads tonight. And when the sun comes up tomorrow, we go back to the drawing board and take on our next opponent. So it's like I said, it's pretty simple. Just next game, win the next 6 and crack on.
Chris, obviously not originally picked in the squad, but really good performance today with both bats and ball. Doom and gloom, as you say, probably in the dressing room. But can a word on your own performance? Positives there?
Yeah, pretty happy. Look, like I say, end of the day, I could get naught and go for 100 in the game and we win. That's all that matters to me. I don't really. It's nice to bowl well, nice to get some runs at the end, but like I said, just overall a lot of disappointment, and it has been a tough couple of days in England for myself because I've been trying to get my loads up as much as I can and bowling more than I have used to been bowling in the last 3 months of my life. So, but it's quite nice, for it to click today and get a bit of rhythm going. So there's a lot of positives to take out of today.
Chris, what needs to happen for you guys to win a game?
Score more runs. No. Look, I mean, like I said to you, at the end of the day, today we created our chances. We take those 3 go into hand in the first 6 overs today. All of a sudden, India are 14 for 3 and staring down the barrel at a steaming in KG Rabada. So maybe a bit of luck. Maybe it'll go our way. But just end of the day, we've got to play as well as we can. It's simple as that. We've the guys in the team that are some of the best in the world, and we need to put our hands up and do it. It's pretty simple.
Chris, can you just talk about the schedule, the Proteas schedule? I mean, it's been a week. You've played 3 games already. You think that's been quite tough on the team, and also naturally there's a lot of pessimism from South African fans back home, social media. Could you perhaps just send a message to them and just your thoughts on that?
I don't really read social media anymore, so but yeah, look, the schedule has been a bit tough. It's I can only speak for myself, how I feel personally in terms of my body. It's coming from IPL, you're quite used to playing games on the bounce. Obviously, the overs are a little bit more, so it has been a little bit tough on the body. Mentally, we're pretty fresh. Obviously, it's quite draining to lose. It's quite draining to go 3 down. But I think we'll be okay. There's a lot of strong-willed boys in that team and some beautiful muscles in that side as well, so they'll be okay. But yeah, look, fans at home, all we can say is stay with us. It's stranger things have happened in the World Cup before in any sport. So just back us as much as you can, and we'll try and perform for you.
Chris, how important for the team was it that you guys really fought in the field, given the situation you're in? And can you put your finger on why that passion was maybe missing in the first two games?
Oh, I don't know. I think a non-negotiable for us would probably be body language. I think our body language let us down in the first two games, which we addressed as a team. And I thought today we were quite good in terms of that. I think we stayed in the fight. Obviously, we dropped a catch, and we didn't really. We let a few runs leak in the field, but overall today I thought we were really good. Guys kept in their space quite well, and the right fielders were in the right position. So. I think body language had a lot to do with it, Ken. That's the one that we needed to sort out.
Chris, if you can just maybe talk us through the personal, emotional roller coaster that I imagine you've been on. I mean, I'm sure you were hopeful of making the squad in the first place, and then you don't, and then you get in, and then you come here, and even when you have a great day, it's still a bit of a dark mood. I mean, that must be on a personal level. What's that like to deal with?
I'm actually okay, Telford. Look, to be not picked, I had a feeling I wasn't going to be in the squad. I hadn't played an ODI for a year, so I mean it's pretty simple. You pretty know as a player if you're in the mix or not. So there was no expectation, so no disappointment. Unfortunately, that's the way I put it. But to be picked in the squad the word I used was bittersweet, because for me to come into the squad, it means someone who was in the original squad had to get injured. So. For me, it was bittersweet, because obviously I'm realizing a dream of mine that I've always wanted to do, but I'm taking someone's place who was there before me who got injured. So that was a bittersweet moment. But look, end of the day, I'm here to do the business. I'm here to do a job, and I try to do it to the best of my ability. Sometimes it doesn't go well. This is international sport. Not every day is going to go well for you, but emotionally, I reckon I'm okay. I've got quite a good support base at home, so I'm pretty good. And the team's very tight. Love Island started, so we're good.
Chris, you started well with the ball and bowled 3 maidens yourself. Not done that before. So can you please describe the strategy actually bowling to the Indians early in the innings and keeping them quiet during that phase?
Look, we saw what happened with the new ball with Jas and Boovie. We saw what happened. There was a bit of extra bounce. And Faf got out. He came out and said it was like facing the first hour of a test match. So basically, that's what we went into our innings with. You're right. If we hit hard test match lengths, there's going to be something for us, and there was something for us. Like I said, I keep mentioning it, but today was just about hitting them with test match lengths. That's all we had to do, and there was enough in the wicket. And most of the time, when last have you seen Road Sharma get 100 off 120 balls? He's usually quite a flowing player. For a guy of his quality to take that long to get 100, it just shows you, like I say, how well we bowled. And we weren't far away, put it that way. We weren't far away.
Chris, obviously once you get into the squad, the original plan is not to open the bowling, and then now even more injuries means that you are. Coming into this match, were you always aware that you were going to be opening the bowling? How was it going in training? Did you have to adjust lines, lengths, strategies, etc.?
I'd probably say that probably the only thing that had to change was I'd been training quite hard on hitting hard back of length, doing almost the Liam Plunkett roll. Just to hit the top of the stumps as hard as you can, and try use my pace and bounce. But I got told yesterday I need to do some new ball work, which I did. But look, I've been taking the new ball for domestic cricket for many years, so it was quite nice. We haven't done it internationally for a while, so. But it's not a new environment for me in terms of taking a new ball. I've done it my whole career.
Yeah, hi. Faf took quite a knock on the right finger while he was batting. How's his finger going, the status of his injury?
Still attached, I think. No, look, I think he's fine. Faf's obviously quite hard. He's quite a tough old school cricketer. I think he's okay. If it was worse than it actually was, he wouldn't have been on the field, because I think he's damaged that finger before. So I don't think it's too bad. I think it's just a nasty bruise.
Thank you very much.
Cool. Thanks, everybody.